Hi, this is Tom Callos, and this is a Tomcast, bringing the members of the Ultimate Black Belt Test in 100, fans of Tom Callos, and probably my mom, up to speed on all of the things that are happening in the martial arts business management and activist community. If you didn't know, the Ultimate Black Belt Test at ultimateblackbelttest.com is a revolutionary new approach to black belt testing and martial arts teaching, intent, mission, passion, and so on. And we have about 100 people who have either gone through or are going through what is probably the hardest and most challenging black belt test in the world. 52,000 push-ups, 52,000 sit-ups, 1,000 rounds of sparring, 1,000 repetitions of a form, 1,000-mile walk, 1,000 acts of kindness, a day in a wheelchair, a day blind, a day mute, and on and on and on. You can see the journals for the members in the team, and everybody journals about once a week. It's about almost 5,000 journal entries there now at ultimateblackbelttest.com. The 100 is the green party of the martial arts community, where we have, instead of forming a business organization, an association based on style or how we conduct our business, because those associations already exist, this is a group of activists who are getting together to change the paradigm of the martial arts and why we teach and what we teach, break down the borders of the dojo's walls, mix with architecture and art and photography, and do things in our community and the world. The premise of the 100 is based on the inspiration I received from Rosa Parks, right? Rosa Parks, 42-year-old diminutive African-American woman, a seamstress, gets on a bus that is at the right place at the right time, takes action, changes history. Could not 100 martial arts masters get together and do the same? Could we not manufacture the situation to reach out and refuse to take the back of the bus? Could be about peace education, could be about environmental activism, could be about anything that sees the philosophy of the martial arts manifest itself in the world. I want to see martial arts students all over the world investing that focus and concentration and perseverance and self-control in something other than kicks and punches. The kicks and punch aspect, throwing, grappling, is always going to be a part of the martial arts. But hey, being a martial arts master, such a small piece of the pie, being a great human being, hard work, right? That's what the 100 is about. 100 people, 100 school owners, and 100 cities around the world dedicated to activism, to committing themselves to extraordinary work. Anyway, in 3 weeks we go to Alabama to do the Alabama Project, which is we are refurbishing, rebuilding, taking the roof off, all the walls in, redoing an entire inside and outside of an 1800s era home. This home will serve as a base camp for instructors and activists who come to Greensboro, Alabama to work with this phenomenal activist, Pamela Dorr, who helps people acquire homes there who live below poverty level, and in cooperation with a program called the Rural Studio. Now, the Rural Studio, we often go there and help them with various projects. You can see them at ruralstudio.com. And the founder of that program, the co-founder, Samuel Mockbee, huge inspiration, was a living hero of mine. Fortunately, he passed away of cancer just a few years ago. The Rural Studio is coming up. So for those of you who need information on that, that's at raisethehouse.com. Now, this is a wholesale redesign, all of this work we're doing, of how the martial arts are conducted and what they're all about. I believe that a good martial artist should be able to execute precise and beautiful, dynamic technique, and at the same time, they should be able to execute precise and dynamic and beautiful ideas. And that the real measure of a good martial arts instructor is not what's happening on the floor of his dojo or her dojo, but how that teaching gets out of the dojo and into the world. So I just wanted to give you a little pep talk about our activities. We have a lot of good and interesting programs planned. This year we're going to be tackling at Blue Belt a water conservation curriculum that can be injected right into a martial arts school, so that at Blue Belt, for kids, and it could be any kid in your school, but Blue Belt's a good place to start, they learn a little bit about self-defense and our water system. Rivers, lakes, the ocean, the aquifer, whatever it is. We're going to slip some of that in, between kicks and punches, and try to get people to look at self-defense from a global perspective. Small steps, 1 million karate kids become some, gigantic accomplishment. We're still forwarding our idea that at Greenbelt, at every school in the nation, that a student would be tasked to do 10 acts of environmental self-defense. This year we're going to be launching a comprehensive peace education program, and we are going to launch the first ever disease-related educational curriculum in a martial arts school. We are partnering with a group called Defeat Diabetes, that's defeatdiabetes.org, and a black belt and a former martial arts school owner named Andy Mandel, who is right now doing a 10,000 perimeter walk around the United States. I think he's well past 8,000 miles to raise diabetes awareness. Why in the martial arts are we addressing diabetes? 1 in 3 children are expected to be affected by diabetes in the next 10 years. If you're going to teach 1,000 million kicks and punches and blocks, and you're going to have one of your students die or lose the quality of their life as a result of a disease that could be prevented, where does the self-defense line drawn? We could slip some diabetes education in the curriculum that lasts, a year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, and by the time that student got out of there, they were one bad son of a gun, grappling, kicking, this. They also would have an awareness and education about things that could really take them down. Diabetes is a terrible killer, and so this is an area that I am especially fond of, because I think we should be breaking down the walls of what is self-defense. It's awful to be a teacher and have 100 kids in your classroom and know that 3 are going to die from drowning, 2 are going to commit suicide. If you knew those things in advance as a self-defense teacher, self-defense being recognizing a dangerous situation before it happens and avoiding it, wouldn't we say something? Of course we would. The only reason we don't do it now is because we haven't spent enough time and energy thinking about how to deliver that message. The 100 and the Ultimate Black Belt Test is doing that for the martial arts industry. And we're going to launch it first, walk the talk, and then we will introduce it to you. So keep an eye on our programs. Okay, the Ultimate Black Belt Test, ultimateblackbelttest.com. The 100, all spelled out, .org. The Raise the House, raisethehouse.com, and all kinds of interesting things. Listen, if any of this talk inspires you, if this is your kind of martial arts, and you'd like to be an educator at this level, please don't hesitate to call me or contact me. My name's Tom Callos, and I live in Placerville, California, up near Tahoe. Hey, there's my phone. I got to go. Until my next Tomcast, I'll talk to you again.